This is one of the monumentous occasions that we get to do here on a rather unoccasional basis. It's the opening of a brand new bag of United States Mint Lincoln Cents. And this one is 1989 Denver. We're going to get this one opened up here in just a moment. I'll wait for a couple more people to try to show up and see if they want to come in. Usually after I go live, they get a notification. Everyone gets a notification that I'm here, and they'll start showing it, and just like Eric here. Eric, when you told me that you wanted 10, if you weren't already in, you had 3. So I added 7 for you, if that's correct. And Sergeant First Class, I got you in for 1. And I will just add those to your invoice for this coming week. Hello, Malcolm. Good day, Malcolm, sir. So I think Paul Adams is still in the house. There's Richard. Hello, Richard. Good evening, sir. Just getting on the starting stage right now, getting ready to start this off. And there is Taco John. Good evening, Taco John. Hope things are well with you, sir. You are in this, Taco John. Let's see. Let me bring up my slip here real quick and see what I've got for you, Taco John. You are already in for 10 pairs in this one. And I guess with that, everybody here is either already in or has passed. I guess except for Frostbite. I don't know, Frostbite, if I've got you in this one or not. Don't know if you want in. I do not have you in this one. So if you want in, let me know. They're $2.50 a pair of coins. Any chance that we could find double die obverse, double die reverse, repunch mint marks. 1989 is the last official year for the United States Mint to make RPMs. Picking watermelons and tomatoes. I wouldn't mind having a good chilled watermelon right now. That sounds pretty good, actually. All right, let's go ahead and bust some stitches. What do you say? See what we can do here. Now, I always go to the very end of the stitching on the bag, and you cut that one string right there at the end, and that should release everything. Let me find, looking for my scissors. Okay, I'll do it with a box knife. Here we go. You cut that one thread right there at the end. Boy, this box knife's about as sharp as a butter knife. There we go. Cut that one bit at the end, and the tail fell off. And so from here, it's pretty much just a pull and go from the side with the double stitching, I think. No, I've got it backwards, darn it. Every time I do this, I think I got it right, and then I do it backwards. All right, I'll try it from this end. It's always hard to tell which end is the correct end to cut these from. Guess I'll go, oh, wait a minute, I found a better knife. Right there, nothing better than a surgical scalpel. Right there at the end. And cut that string right there at the end. And now, it should just pull out. There we go. So there's my string, with which I am pulling. And the stitches come right out. There it is, the bag is open. Oh, dirty water. Before I open up this bag, if anybody wants in, now's your time to do it. Dirty water, you're not in this one. But if you want in, I can get you in very quickly, very easily. They're $2.50 per pair. You get 2 coins for $2.50, so it's $1.25 a coin. I can get you into this one before I actually get started pulling coins, because then the price could change based on what's in the bag, which we do not yet know. Signs that the bag was stored correctly. No brown marks, no rust. There's not really a whole lot else, but there's not a lot of dirt on the bag. The bag's in pretty good shape. The printing is not washed out. This printing, when it gets wet, it starts to kind of wash out a little bit. All right. Here I go. Nice looking coins. We've got some here that have dark spots. Like this right here. So there are going to be some losers in this bunch. I'm going to pull them out, though. I'm not going to give you guys any of those. So tonight I have a job of finding and rescuing good coins from bad ones. There are a few bad ones in here. They look like this. This is a zinc bag. You can expect this to happen. But the good ones, Richard says he'll take 5. Okay, I'll get Richard in for 5. I think Richard, let me check here real quick. No, I don't have you in this. So I thought I had you in this bag. So, Richard, I will get... Where'd I put my little card things? I had them saved out especially for... here we go. Richard, I'll put you in for 5. And what we do during a bag opening is we look at one pair for everyone. And then we go back and fill the others in later once I can have a chance to pull the bag coins out of the bag and just have good coins in the bag. That's looks like it's going to be probably about, I'm saying probably 10% maybe bag coins, and the rest will be good coins. I'm hand pulling coins right now. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually going through coins by hand to see that I'm getting good coins. I have no idea what's on them, so they're going to go in a stack, and I'm going to use the stack to fill our flip inserts. Everybody gets one pair during the show, and then after the show we move on and fill everybody's inserts, the rest of them. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting 2 good coins out for each person. The good coins way outnumber the bad coins, so it's not hard to do. But there's going to be a bit of slog in this bag, which is to be expected. Frostbite, you are not in. Okay, I'll get you in for 10. Okay, let's see. What have I put in here already? Richard for 5. And then I didn't turn commercials off. And you know, it doesn't let me do that anymore. Frosty for 10. Yeah, it doesn't let me shut the commercials down altogether. All right. There is one for Frosty. Yeah, so I've got Frosty in there. He's going to go back in the middle of the pack. Yes, Frosty, I would like that. That would be very nice. Definitely appreciate it. I need to get more good coins out. Oops, I had one drop. One went to the floor. Okay. Out of a little handful of probably 2/3 of a roll, I found one bag coin. Bag coin, bag coin. Okay. All right, I now have to move a little bit. And shut that down. Can't quite remember how I do this each time I do it. Let's see here. I got to get to my stick and get these coins on the stick. I'll start pushing them under the stick here. Here we go. All right. That's on the nickel side. Do this by getting 5 pairs of coins out onto the stick. Okay, there's my 5 pairs I'm working on right now from first to last. Farm Dog comes in as number 1 here. Let me get this focused in properly. And here we go. Here is coin number 1 of pair number 1. Nope, that's coin 2. Here is coin number 1 of pair number 1. See if we come out with anything on this. No, not that side. Let's check this one, see what's here. Nope. No RPM there. No double die outbursts. Now let me flip them over and look at the reverse side. It's a little fiber laying there. That is not. I don't really know exactly what that is. Looks like damage to the die, but it's a heck of a marker for something. That's interesting. And nothing else there that I can see. So move on to this other coin. Also got to be watching for the possibility that there could maybe be the RDV5 in here. There have been reports that it is possible. It's same die pair right there. So we've got this one with that mark in the A, and we've got this one with the same mark in the A, so they're same die pair. Now let me flip it back over and find a marker so we will know what we're running into when we run into it. Got north and south die scratches in the field, but I prefer to use something a little more conclusive than that. A few more die scratches make a decent pattern in front of the mouth there. There we go. That angled die scratch underneath the D kind of gives us a good sign. Something to look for in the next coin. Alright, so that's Farm Dog. Let me get the next pair of coins straightened up. It's showing up under here. I gotta get this light situated. Too bright, too bright. Okay. Not seeing anything here. This is a different die pair. This has a die scratch going through the first 9 of the date. Let's check the obverse on this next one. Let's see. Okay, this one's got a couple of marks inside the D mint mark. A couple of things sticking out of the sidewall there on the inside left side. This one almost kind of looks like it could be a minor double die. I'll do some comparative look at the date here. It's that and that. Oh, lightning just reset your power? That's not good. What do you think, Eric? You think double die on this one? Little minor double die in the date, it looks like. There's a different one for reference. I'm kind of leaning toward no, but it's almost enough. Almost enough, I think. And then you have your back curve to the BE of Liberty. And this one doesn't. This one's straight. You look at the left edge of BE, and they're straight on this coin, and they're curved inward a little bit on this coin. Promising but minor. Okay. Well, what we do with the bag coins is we send you the coins, and then we look on our own and see what we find, and then we will publish what we find so that you can look at your coins and see if you have coins that match. We don't attribute all the coins we pull out of a bag. Alright, that one appears to have nothing. And, I forget to check the FG. There we go. Okay. And this one, that stuff way up at the top up there above the T's and states where you can see the silver, that's split plating. That's where the copper plating split off the planchet as it was being minted. Not any sort of die variety. It's also very common. Don't try letting anybody talk you into believing that's an error. It's not an error. Just part of striking coins. Okay. It appears as though we may have a minor double die obverse to be watching for. And let's see, my primary marker for that. It does kind of look like the 8 is also got that extra amount in there. It makes it kind of look like a double die. So I want to be sure we watch this. We've got a curved little die scratch over on the front of the vest, below the bow tie, and to the left of the 1. So that's going to be our primary and chief marker for this particular die variety, if it is one. But this is the same coin. So now we move on, and that was Wanda's. This is going for Ant. So this will be Ant's. And this is another appearance of slight doubling, but it doesn't have the die scratch. This one has a die dot below the I, or below the 1. And it kind of looks the same as the last one. That's not a good helper for calling any of this a double die. It doesn't have the convex backside to the B and the E. I don't know. Sometimes these things are just really hard to tell. This one's definitely not doubled. It is definitely out of focus. There we go. That helped. Okay, we got nothing on the obverse of that one. Let's flip both of these over and see what we see on the other side. Perhaps maybe could find something. Who knows? I always check these out real carefully when we're talking about a sealed bag. Could be the difference between no die variety and hundreds of die variety. So I want to be sure that we've caught this 100% on. And sometimes these little die varieties can pop up out of anywhere. So I just want to make sure that we are calling the shots right on this. Okay, that was Ants. Now, Sergeant First Class, for you. I see there's another one that looks like a little bit of fatness on the 8 and 9, but nothing else. Let's see what we have over here on this side. Little tiny bit of extra thickness that appears on the L. But just not enough here, really. Not enough really on any of these to jump up and start screaming double die. I see things that might be, but I don't see anything that is. So let me grab a reverse side. Take a good look at the other side of these. We got nothing there. And on the second coin, and not seeing anything there either. That's a thread. Okay. So that's 4 out of 5 pairs. Now for the 5th one. We haven't come anywhere near close enough yet to determine what we have in this bag for sure. But we're just kind of there. And when I'm going through and pulling out bag coins later on, if I find any like broad stroke errors or any brockage errors or anything like that, what I do is I'll take everyone who was involved and mix them all up into a pile and draw people's names to pull ownership for whatever error coins I find while I'm sorting through this bag. Of course, I couldn't do this beforehand because, well, I didn't open the bag until you guys watched me. So here is the reverse side, and this is Bethland's. First coin. And nothing here. And her second coin. Oof, that's a bad one. Well, if there's nothing there, I'll grab another one. There's nothing on that one, so I'm going to grab another coin. This one is a spender. That's exactly where they're going. The spenders are going straight into a bucket. There, that's a much better reverse. Appears to be a different die altogether. So I'll have to check the obverse on this one again. There are a few different things that we can use to tell the 88 reverse from the 89 reverse. Only one of those things is that serif at the bottom of the G. There's other things with the design, distance from rim, distance from other things that we can use, certainly to find out whether we've got the RDV 5 or 6. Well, unfortunately, Eric, it appears as though we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from finding die varieties and reveals. Because looks like we've got at least 3 or 4 reveals here that don't have much anything in them. Alright. Now I have to take the time to put these into their flip. These are going to the people in the exact order the coins were in the show. And they will be added to after the show's over and I've sorted all the bad stuff out of the bag. Here's my next 5. Okay, I've got Dan, McCumber, Taco John, Mark, Eric, and Copper Owl. Getting the coins onto the stick now. Make a little modest change in how I'm doing this. We're going to look through all the reverses, then I'm going to flip the entire stick over and look at the reverses. And we'll just keep track of who's who as we go along. Okay, there is... I think that could be one of the coins. No, I guess it's not. I thought for a second it might be one of the coins we've already looked at, but this one really just doesn't have much of anything for doubling on it at all. There's nothing there. Next coin over. Kind of the same story here. Alright, next. This is our second pair. This one is for Taco John. Those others were for Dan McCumber. This is Taco John here. Nothing there. Now that right there looks to me like it could be enough to call. a double die. Which FG's whose? Do you remember? Yeah, the more I look, the more I just think I'm fooling myself with rather thick design elements. I see things that look like a little bit of thickness, but I don't really see anything that screams double die. That's just the way I'm going to have to call this one. Beth ends? Okay. I'll have to take a look at that, because even I thought there might be a chance that was the other, and then I kind of talked myself out of it. Because that would be a pretty big find. Okay, nothing on the obverses there. Let's flip over and take a look at the reverses, and then we'll get Beth Land's coins back out. Should we have that need? Okay, see, these are both 1989 style, because they've got that big serif at the bottom of the G, and they've also got the crosslet on the G going horizontally. And what we have potentially reported here was a sighting of a G that did not have the crosslet. So all of these do so far. Relatively strongly so at such. And keep moving here. This is one that could be different. Now, see, that's got the crosslet. That's got everything we're looking for it to have. Yep, this one's normal. Get this moved back out. Back out to about here. You got to have more light when you got your lens closer to your coin, because you have to absorb more light when you're looking at a magnified view. Okay, nothing there. And nothing on that one. All right, nothing there. This one looks like it's just weaker. Yeah. It's got everything. It's just a little bit weaker. That might be what we were looking at on that other coin. Just a bit of die wear. So we got on this final pair for this particular stick. Nothing on this one. Okay, I don't see anything here, so I'm going to go ahead and load these. And we'll go back to Beth Ann's pair. Beth Ann Locklear, if you're around, we have question about one of your coins, my lady. We're going to go back and take a good look at it and see what we see. A little bit of a diagnostic image. That actually is what they do medically when they call you back to take additional images to see what anomaly they were looking at. They call those diagnostic images. So let's do some diagnostic imaging. This is Beth Ann's coins right here. Hang on, let me get my... There we go. My little stool. Let me get these. There we go. Yeah, this was the coin that was in question. And we definitely have a lower serif there. The crosslet is probably not noticeable because it's not very deeply hubbed, but it is there. So then let's take a look at the other coin in the holder just to be sure. Yeah, that was definitely the proper reverse. This one we looked at as a possible transitional reverse. It's got too much serif on the bottom of it for it to be anything other than what it is supposed to be. So there is that, and we have another group of folks. All right, we got Frosty. We've got, let me move this up so it's easier for me to do this. There we go. We've got Frosty, we've got Richard, we've got Sissy, we've got Chubby Pop Chaser, and we've got Paul Hampton. As far as I'm aware as well, Ant, but it never hurts to check. It's one of those things that, well, nobody knew for sure which way it was going to go, and it went the way it went, and we're still figuring it out. Because what is the point in them doing that in the first place? And probably that some dyes were kind of snuck into the process a little bit early, and the workers who did it didn't recognize that. They didn't see that. But we're going to go on the premise that they didn't know what they were doing, which would be kind of, well, sort of the way they do things. And we're just going to go on the idea that it could possibly happen. So we're going to be watching for it. There we go. All right, first coin, first pair. This is Frosty. Nothing on that one. Let's do first coin, second coin, first pair. I'm watching all sorts of things around the mint mark area just to be very thorough about what I'm looking at. I have not seen any hardcore die varieties yet. Nothing that's standing out at me. Okay, that's the second coin, first pair. Here's a first coin, second pair, and this would be for Richard. Just to remind you guys, we will be having the Die Variety Show. We're probably going to have some minor hiccups getting started because it's a new thing for us. But you guys are welcome to come around, watch, see what happens. That's an ugly coin. I'm taking that away right now. There we go. So this is first coin, third pair, Sissy. Much better. Now my fourth coin, third pair. Second coin, third pair, sorry. Second coin, third pair. I don't have a fourth coin. That's also for Sissy. And this begins my next pair, which is Chubby Pop Chaser. And then Chubby Pop Chaser's second coin here. Yeah. And this one would be Paul Hampton's coins. Paul Hampton's first. And it looks like, unfortunately, we're going to end up with what's considered a skunk bag. Yeah, got nothing. Let's see what we get on the reverse on these. Hopefully, something is found somewhere. This is Frosty's first coin. Frosty's second coin. This one's Richard's first. And Richard's second. Hey, Chasing Change. You might want to join us 7 p.m. Eastern Time this evening. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to be doing the very first Die Variety Show. Got nothing on this one. And so this will be Sissy's second coin. All right. Now this is Chubby Pop Chaser's first. And second. And Paul's first. And second. That's ate up with die wear right there. What that is. Nice die scratches on there. A little die chip between the T and the E of states. Nothing else really. Seen this die once or twice so far. And that is everything. That's all. I appreciate it, folks. We are going to be breaking broadcast now for about 20 minutes, and we'll be back with the Die Variety Show. So I'll talk to you then. Be well.